I am Katie Eska, principal at North Dallas High School, and honored to lead North Dallas at such a significant time in our history. Welcome this morning to alumni, staff, students, parents, community, and friends to this brand new, state-of-the-art North Dallas facility. It is my honor to recognize, uplift, and thank some incredible people who have made this enormous project possible. Please join me in celebrating the North Dallas 100 Planning Committee, led by Mr. Gil Sandoval, class of 1974, who met with me over 3 years ago to begin planning this event. The generous sponsors from across our community and across the country, thank you for investing in the future of our young people and the future of our city. Dallas ISD employees from our own North Dallas team to maintenance, communications, school leadership, and last but not least, our superintendent, Dr. Elizalde, for their unwavering support of our school. Additionally, I want to give a special welcome to our elected officials joining us today. If you could please stand to be recognized. That's you. That's you. You're elected. Each day at North Dallas, we strive to live our campus motto, one vision, one team, one win. And this morning, we have the unique privilege to celebrate how over the course of 100 years, we have brought this to life. North Dallas has a rich tradition as a foundational pillar of the community. The history of our alumni reads like the history of Dallas, and we represent the city and its legacy. While North Dallas used to be located in the northern fields of Dallas, we have persisted as the city has grown around us. Every individual who has walked through our doors has contributed to our community. It is my great pleasure to recognize all Bulldogs in attendance, from our current students and recent graduates to our oldest and most wise, Miss Gladys Natalie Horn, whom we know as Bunny. She is a member of the class of 1936. Her 5 siblings are also alum, and she is here today with her daughter, Katie McGuire Garrett, also an alum, class of 1964. Thank you for joining us. Supporting the legacy, joining us today are our Spence and Rusk Middle School principals, Mrs. Mary Ann Sewell and Mr. Gerardo Hernandez here at the front. And we are extremely fortunate to count among our faculty and staff members here at North Dallas 14 alumni who are paying it forward every day with their hard work and dedication to our current students. If you can stand to be recognized. All right, one win. This morning we have so many wins to celebrate as one community. Over 100 years, North Dallas has seen 4 phases of facility upgrades. This morning you will hear about the scope of our current project, which will expand the opportunities for Bulldog Nation to excel thanks to restored and revamped academic, extracurricular, and artistic spaces, as well as the first ever on-site competition gymnasium and comprehensive locker room spaces. Woohoo! Academically, North Dallas has always worked hard to offer a premier education to its students. Just beyond a decade ago, North Dallas faced unprecedented challenges and potential state improvement required status. Fast forward to 2022, achievement data shows that our current students made it possible for us to earn the rank of top 5 comprehensive high schools in Dallas ISD. We graduate over 10% of our seniors with associate's degrees through our P-Tech programs, and our students have access to over 8 pathways and dozens of industry certifications through our NAF academies and offerings with Career Institute. As I turn it over to North Dallas JROTC for the presentation of the colors, I invite you to have a great day of celebration, 100 years in the making. Thank you. All right, at this time, we'll transition to remarks from our trustee, Mr. Joe Carrione.
Thank you. Almost as good as the color guard. Almost. Before I make my remarks, I want to briefly acknowledge, if you don't already know this, let's give a round of applause and acknowledge still the Principal of the Year in Dallas ISD, Katie Escom. My name is Joe Carrion. I'm a member of the Dallas ISD School Board. I want to acknowledge my colleague on the school board, Trustee Camille White, is here with us today. Thank you, Trustee White, for being here with us and always supporting Bulldog Nation. I also want to acknowledge there's so many great alumni here, but I need to acknowledge our Assistant City Manager is here with us today. Liz Cedillo Pereira is here, an alum of North Dallas High School. Again, my name is Joe Carrion. I'm a member of the Dallas ISD School Board. On the school board, I have the amazing privilege of representing this great community. From Obadiah Knight to, there we go, Obadiah Knight, to Ignacio Zaragoza, right? Here we go, okay. From Maple Lawn, to Cesar Chavez, right? Maybe some of you went to Sam Houston, right? J.W. Ray, that's right. Bonham, there we go. And then, of course, as all Bulldogs share, Rusk Middle School. Spence. It is an absolute beautiful community to represent, and it is one of the greatest privileges of my life to do so. I wanted to just say 2 brief things here today. The first is to express my gratitude. Express my gratitude for the people of Dallas who through their approval of a bond and approving and voting for the bond, we were able to see the additions and improvements that we were making to this campus. So first and foremost, to the voters of Dallas who continue to invest and believe in Dallas ISD, I want to thank you. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the actual construction workers, architects, and folks that made everything that you see here in this room and what you'll see here in the halls come together. Right? It takes some real work, real long hours, some sweat, to make this happen. Trust me, your trustee did not go up there and hang that basketball court. Right? Your trustee, he's afraid of heights. And so that was a team of people who made that happen. And so I want to take a minute, let's give them a round of applause for making this happen. The second thing I want to express to you is I want us to take a moment to realize how important this moment is and how special this land is. Right? This is sacred education land in the state of Texas. Right? There are 3,000 or so high schools in the state of Texas. Not many make it to this point in their history. Few, actually, make it to this point in history. And even fewer can say that they transformed the landscape of the city in which they reside. That we can say that about North Dallas. We can list the alumni that really shaped the city of Dallas. The city of Dallas is here and exists and is successful today in large part because of the existence of this high school. And so it's so important that we acknowledge how important this land is, and this moment is. It's important to acknowledge that we're here today to celebrate those 100 years that brought us here to this moment, but we're also here today, and you'll see here in a second, for ribbon cutting. Right? We're also here to celebrate not just the last 100 years, but to ensure that North Dallas High School is here for the next 100 years. Right? North Dallas High School is here forever. Right? That's what we're here to do, right? And so I'm extremely grateful for everyone that's made this day come together, to the committee, to our architects, to our workers. Let's celebrate this day and enjoy it together. Let's go Bulldogs. Thank you.
All right, at this time, I welcome our superintendent, Dr. Elizalde, to the microphone.
So walking in, the kids made me feel really young. Now needing to read, I feel really old. So I'm gonna have to feel 100 now, take out the glasses to make sure I get this right. Wow, 100 years of excellence in education at North Dallas High School. What an incredible accomplishment by any standard. That's a lot of years, and as we heard just a few moments ago from our esteemed trustee, a lot has changed. Let's see. In 1922, you could get a gallon of gas for 25 cents. The kids are like, what are you talking about? The iconic Ford Model T was the best-selling vehicle in America, costing between $300 and $500. That doesn't buy me a purse today. Well, it depends on what kind of purse, but eggs were 35 cents a carton and a dozen. The 20s were still roaring, and a cup of coffee, clearly not Starbucks, was 2 cents. Who would have known we would be paying $5 for a cup of coffee? Fast forward 100 years, well, we don't want to talk about gas prices, and we know what we're paying for coffee. I just mentioned that. So a lot has changed. But one thing remains. This school has been serving students and preparing the leaders in our community since its inception and will continue to do so. You know, as you walk the campus today, you'll clearly see how this truly is an example of where we've been able to merge, not eliminate, merge the past, the present, and the future. Today, this school is home to students from many countries. In 2008, the state legislature and the U.S. Congress recognized North Dallas as the first international school in the state and in the nation. It is absolutely amazing to imagine the many great alumni strolling through the halls of this historic building. People like Barefoot Sanders, class of 1942, the U.S. District Judge who oversaw the desegregation of Dallas public schools, a law magnate at Townview that used to carry his name. Lee A. McShann Jr., class of 1934, a well-known civic leader and former president of the Dallas School Board, who has a school also named in his honor. Fred Tex, this was very interesting to me, Fred Tex Avery, things many of you already know, class of 1926, the creator of Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Droopy, and other cartoons, who coined the phrase, "What's up, Doc?" Legend has it that Daffy Duck was actually born somewhere near White Rock Lake. I don't know. Another Tex, William Irwin Tex Henson, class of 1941, was a Walt Disney animator who helped develop the Chipmunks and Casper the Friendly Ghost. By the way, he once taught animation in Dallas ISD. I could stay up here with the list of notables who have walked this way, including military leaders, entrepreneurs, explorers, writers, scientists, doctors, sports figures, and philanthropists, far too many to call out individually. So much talent, so much rich history. And I'd like us to take a moment to look at our students up in the stands as we look with pride to our future of the next group of leaders, entrepreneurs, explorers, writers, scientists. I have no doubt that among us today, those bulldogs, they are going to make our city proud in their respective fields. Under the steady hand, because there are no successful students without the most dedicated educators that you'll ever find in North Dallas High School. And these days, I'd want to pause for just a moment, as too many of our educators, instead of being appreciated, are being attacked for simply going above and beyond and doing their job. Let us give our teachers, our support staff, our principals, our counselors, our nurses, our custodians, let's give all of our educators a round of applause. Yes, indeed. It ain't easy being an educator in Texas these days. And finally, I can't close with also not thanking this community. I was part of the school leadership team so many years ago when we first embarked on this transformation because of the support of the citizens of Dallas for believing in our students, believing in our educators, believing in them by passing a 2015 bond, and now even again passing a 2020 bond. That is why this work was possible. And while I always will believe that a building does not make a school, it is people who make a school. Isn't it nice when the outside matches the inside? Thank you so much.
At this time, we'll hear from our North Dallas band playing our school song. At this time, I welcome Ms. Barbara Rystrom to the stage. She is our architect on this project, coming to us from Perkins and Will.
Thank you, Principal Esca, and as it's already been mentioned, thank you to the support of Dallas voters who passed the 2015 bond program Dallas ISD has completed expanding the athletics and the fine arts programs for North Dallas High School while updating the existing building to the district's current educational standards. The new North Dallas High School is the oldest operating high school in Dallas ISD and is designated a Texas Historical Landmark. By the Texas Historical Commission. The new competition addition and renovation of North Dallas High School was completed at a cost of $33.7 million. The fully renovated three-story, 218,525 square feet building sits on a 7.58-acre campus and can serve 2,115 students. So I feel like I'm a little short from the mic. Some of the special features, I would like to get into some of the special features for the project. Obviously, you are sitting in the competition gym that also functions as a storm shelter, and new athletic fields, softball, football, and soccer. On the existing 1920s building and 1980s building, we have renovated all core classrooms and science labs, the existing athletics into fine arts spaces, expanded and renovated the kitchen and the cafeteria. We have renovated all the corridors, all MEP and technology upgrades throughout the existing building, completely renovated the library, the auditorium, installed energy-efficient plumbing and light fixtures, and a complete re-roof of the existing building. New career and technical education spaces, and new renovated youth and family centers. It is truly a showplace to celebrate the legacy of North Dallas High School. The design of the new addition respects and unites the historic essence of the existing 1922 building. It not only embodies the mission of North Dallas High School, but also the materiality and architectural vocabulary of the existing campus by creating a contemporary dialogue between the campus and the community, referring to the original building's design features. It is now my pleasure to introduce the team responsible for the design and the construction of this amazing facility. As the architect, Perkins & Will, we are a global architecture practice designing modern educational environments for over 80 years. We take pride in partnering with Dallas ISD to bring you a newly renovated North Dallas High School. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Principal Eska for being a huge advocate for her students and staff. Her leadership was instrumental since the project's inception. We had a big team of designers and architects working on this project. Too many to mention. Robert Ting was our lead designer on this project, so I would like to congratulate him as well. Project manager Jacobs, who are here with us, Abby, Tara, and Samantha were key people in the management of North Dallas High School addition and renovation project. And our builder, Sadalco Construction Company. I would like to thank particularly Mark Mile, Brad Huber, our superintendent, Ryan, and Logan, who were instrumental in the construction of your new building. Go Bulldogs!
At this time, I welcome alumni speaker, Mr. Michael Limon, class of 1968.
Thank you. Class of 1968, very good year, very good year. I'm going to change this up a little bit. We were talking about the building and the 1922 situation where it sits. Warlick, where are you? Michael? Yeah, you. Okay. This gentleman over here, his family owned this property, so be kind to him. I'll give you a quick history. This is from Dr. Bobby Temple's History of North Dallas. According to Mr. Homer E. Warlick, Jr., his dad, class of 1933, the land on which North Dallas High School was built had been a part of his great-grandfather John H. Jack Cole's farm. His home was, pay attention, his home was located where the tennis courts are at Cole Park. His barn was replaced by the football field back of the school, and his stock tank was filled in, and North Dallas High School was built in its place. That's why there's foundation problems. On the building, not the other support. This is Michael Warlick. He's a classmate of mine, 1968. His grandmother was a Cole. So I did the last part first, but I moved from Oak Cliff. We moved to the Henderson-Knox area. I grew up in Oak Cliff. South Oak Cliff was my brother's high school. I thought I was going to go there. I learned how to wrap football field goals. You know, you climb up. No, you don't climb up anymore. We used to climb up and then put the paper around the poles, and that was a lot of fun. You did it on a Saturday morning or Friday night. But anyway, I learned to do that. And so when we did that, we were able to do it when I was a cheerleader here. So when we'd go to the games, we'd wrap the poles. The very first game that we had, we were very smart. We got the banner out, you know, the team runs behind it. You're supposed to split it. We didn't split it. So, you know, we turned to run, and I heard this, and I turn around, and it's just bulging. It's like this. And all I heard was, "Get Lamont!" And so they came around, and that's the fast. I outran all of the tight ends and the running backs. I went to the sidelines. That was the safest place. But to give you a quick tour, where the office is, Dr. Bill Stanley was my junior high principal at Olive Wendell Homes in Oak Cliff. So when we moved over here and I went in to register, I saw him. And so we did all the stuff, and he took me down to the band hall and introduced me to the band director. That is where the pool was. So underneath the floor of the band, that was part of where the pool was. So when they took the floor out, that was the band hall floor, we saw pictures of how they did it. OSHA would not have approved how they did it. I looked at that and I thought, if I had known what it was like, I probably wouldn't have been on it. But that's the way they did it back then, and it worked. We lived. But when you come out of the band hall, you've got the cafeteria, and then you had different classrooms. You had you had the ROTC, and then you had the drafting room, and then you had the ROTC office. And then on the second floor, you have the office, the auditorium, and you're going to see a seating arrangement. I asked Principal Esco if she could arrange the colors of the seats to, say, be Woodrow, but that didn't work. And it's quite colorful. So have you ever heard any voices in the auditorium? Mr. E. He was in the library. He felt it. I was in a we were helping move the things back to the library that we had taken. The construction workers were talking about they heard noises, giggles. There wasn't anybody in the building, they just heard giggles. So that's a story that's gone back for I don't know how many years. On the third floor, you've got the library. Used to be a long hallway. It's not that way anymore. It's enclosed, and it looks really nice. And in there you have alumni artifacts that I think you will enjoy. We have the annuals up there of the different years. Some of them we couldn't find. There's a couple of them we couldn't find, but I think you will enjoy it. But I appreciate all that the teachers did. I will take part of my speech to recognize the ND 100 committee. We didn't have a big committee or a corporation. We just, everybody just pitched in. But if you'll stand real quick. We have a few missing because they're outside working on the parade. But I thank you, and I enjoyed my time at North Dallas.
Before we close out this morning and line up for a tour, or line up for tours and get in line for our parade, I have one amazing surprise. The mayor of Dallas has issued a proclamation this morning in our honor, so I want to share a few highlights. Office of the Mayor, City of Dallas, proclamation. Whereas this marks the 100th anniversary of North Dallas High School, established on February 13th, 1922, the home of the Bulldogs is known to be the oldest high school building in the proper city of Dallas. Whereas we pay homage to all the distinguished alumni of North Dallas High School who have led with true faith, loyalty, courage, determination, and ambition, including Judge Harold Barefoot Sanders, Tex Avery, Robert Dedman, Claude Brewer, James Henry Shields, Frank Meyer. Whereas the Bulldogs continue this tradition of courage and inclusiveness by earning recognition from the Texas Senate as the first international school of Texas in 1996. Whereas the school opened with 650 students, it now serves 1,300 students with earned distinctions in science, social studies, mathematics, and post-secondary readiness. The most recent graduating class earned $6.3 million in scholarships, while the Alumni Association awarded 17 scholarships valued at $2,200 each. Now, therefore, I, Eric Johnson, Mayor of the City of Dallas, do hereby proclaim Saturday, October 1st, 2022 as North Dallas High School Bulldog Day. And to close out a proclamation properly here at North Dallas, we'll add, once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog. At this time, we're going to welcome our JROTC to post colors prior to our ribbon cutting. And before we do that, I have a couple of logistics. At the end, after our ribbon cutting, we'll keep an eye out for signs by graduation year to meet up with your classmates, as well as students with signage of locations throughout the building that can lead you to those areas that bring back memories. And at this time, we'll stand for the posting of the colors. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
This is from McShann.
Oh, wow. How neat. Do you want to share that? Share that, please.
She just presented them to me on behalf of, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. These are from McShann Florist, who was a graduate of North Dallas.
Thank you.
All right, at this time, I would love to welcome Chief of School Leadership, Tiffany Hewitt Powell, to the microphone to lead us in our ribbon cutting.
Okay, and thank you for standing. I'd just like to keep my remarks really brief because I feel like the presenter or the teacher that stands between you and lunch, right? And so I just want to share just really quickly just my own personal experience with North Dallas High School. Many of you may not know, but I actually lived right down the street not too long ago, right there off of McKinney near the townhomes. And I had a chance to experience up close and personal the beauty of the students and the staff, the teachers and the community members as a community member, as a voter, as a person walking her dog, who rescued dogs in this park right next door, who had my dog petted 1,000,000 times by the kids. And I just wanted to tell you all, it is true indeed, Dr. Elizalde, that the beauty of the school now matches for sure the beauty of the people in the school and around the community. Thank you guys. Thank you, North Dallas High School, everyone who's participated in this program. And here's the next 100 years. Now, if we can have everyone join us in the front for the ribbon cutting.